You are a mammoth. This is not a metaphor. Stay with it for a moment. You weigh 6 tons. Your tusks are 11 feet long. Nothing in your environment has ever successfully predated an adult of your species without significant group coordination and significant risk of death to the predators involved. You have survived every winter the steppe has offered for 30 years. Your threat detection system is excellent. Your memory, by the standards of land mammals, is extraordinary. And you are about to step into a pit that a creature 1/50th your size dug 3 days ago and covered with branches. You will not see it coming. You will not smell it coming. The creature that dug it is not even here. It left. It is somewhere warm, doing something else entirely, and it will come back later to find you. This is the thing about human traps that tends to get lost in the general narrative about ancient hunting. The spear gets the attention. The coordinated mammoth drive, where groups of humans stampeded herds toward cliffs or bogs, gets reconstructed dramatically in documentaries. But the trap, the simple, patient, absent trap, is arguably the more significant cognitive achievement. And the reason animals couldn't escape it has almost nothing to do with the physical design of the trap itself. It has to do with what kind of thinking the trap represents. Start with the baseline. Every predator-prey relationship in the animal kingdom, prior to humans, operated in present tense. A lion stalks a wildebeest now. A wolf pack corners an elk now. The predator and the prey are in the same moment, the same space, reading each other's signals in real time. The prey animal's threat detection system, its hearing, its smell, its peripheral vision, its instinct to read the body language of approaching predators, evolved specifically to operate in that present tense encounter. Run faster than the lion, that's the solution. Or turn at the right moment. Or make yourself part of the herd so the odds favor someone else. Every anti-predator adaptation in the animal kingdom is an answer to the question, how do I survive the next 60 seconds? A trap asks a completely different question, and prey animals, having never encountered one before humans invented them, had no answer prepared. The trap operates in 2 time periods simultaneously: the past, when it was constructed, and the future, when it will be triggered. The animal encountering it is living in the present, using present tense threat detection, looking for present tense danger signals. The danger isn't present. It was present 3 days ago, when a human stood in this spot and thought forward in time to the moment an animal would stand here instead. Cognitive scientist Thomas Suddendorf, who has spent decades studying the evolution of mental time travel, the ability to project oneself into the past and future, argues that this capacity is one of the genuinely rare cognitive features that separates human intelligence from nearly everything else. Most animals operate primarily in the present, with limited capacity to plan beyond immediate need. Humans plan across days, seasons, years. We build things today for situations we imagine will occur next week. The trap is mental time travel made physical, made lethal. The second piece is what archaeologists have actually found, which keeps being more sophisticated than the previous estimate. The oldest confirmed traps in the archaeological record date to roughly 250,000 years ago, wooden stakes and pit evidence from sites in Europe associated with Neanderthals, which is itself significant. Trapping wasn't a Homo sapiens innovation. It was a hominin innovation predating our species, which tells you something about how deep the cognitive architecture for it runs. But the sophistication of ancient traps escalated dramatically with modern humans. Archaeologist Julien Riel Salvatore, studying Upper Paleolithic hunting technology, documented evidence of compound trap systems. Not single pits or snares, but interconnected arrangements designed to funnel animals from a wide area into a confined kill zone. The landscape itself was being engineered. Fences of stacked stone or wood, sometimes extending for hundreds of meters, channeling animal movement toward a specific point where the trap waited. These weren't reactions to animal behavior. They were predictions of it. Whoever built them had spent enough time observing specific species in specific landscapes to model, accurately enough to act on, exactly where an animal would walk, at what time of day, under what conditions. The trap builder was running a simulation of the animal's mind. And winning. Here's the piece that I find genuinely difficult to get past when I think about it carefully. Animals can, in principle, learn to avoid traps. Individual animals that encounter a trap and survive, that step near a pit and feel the ground give slightly, that get partially caught in a snare and escape, can learn avoidance behavior. There's documented evidence of this in modern wildlife management contexts, where trap-shy animals become significantly harder to catch after a single near miss. But individual learning doesn't save a species. Genetic adaptation saves a species. And genetic adaptation requires generations. Hundreds, thousands of generations of selection pressure before a population develops heritable avoidance behavior at the level needed to counter a new threat. Ancient human traps were refined faster than any prey species could genetically respond to them. Humans observed that a particular design wasn't working, modified it, and deployed a new version within days. The evolutionary arms race that normally plays out across millennia was running, on the human side, at the speed of cultural transmission. A better trap design spread through a human group in an afternoon. The mammoth population had no mechanism for responding at that speed. This is the thing that made ancient human trapping categorically different from every predator-prey relationship that preceded it. It wasn't just intelligence, it was the combination of intelligence and cultural transmission. The ability to share improvements, to build on previous knowledge, to iterate faster than evolution could answer. And if this channel is new to you, subscribe. It's worth it. We do this with every topic. The final piece is the one that reframes the mammoth at the beginning. The mammoth's threat detection system was not defective. It was exquisitely calibrated for every predator it had ever faced across millions of years of evolutionary history. It could smell a lion from distance. It could hear a wolf pack coordinating. It could read the behavior of the birds that flushed when a large predator moved through grass. It had no sensor for absence, no way to detect a danger that wasn't present in the moment. No mechanism for reading the intentions of a creature that had been here 3 days ago and left something behind. The pit wasn't invisible because it was perfectly camouflaged, though ancient humans did cover their traps carefully. It was functionally invisible because the mammoth's entire sensory and cognitive architecture was built around detecting present-tense threats, and the threat was in the past. You cannot evolve a defense against something you've never encountered in your evolutionary history. The mammoth had never encountered an absent predator. No animal had. Humans were the first predators in the history of life on Earth that prey didn't need to be near to be in danger from. The mammoth stepped into the pit not because it was stupid, because it was perfectly adapted for every world that had existed before this one. The world changed in one specific way, in one specific cognitive direction, and the mammoth had no answer for it. Neither did almost anything else.